And hello there! Let's keep your week rolling just right. The right mix of news and conversation. Now, whether you're catching us online, on TV, or on the radio, hop on, join the chat. I'm Paolo de Rosario.
Hello there, beautiful people. I'm Asis-Carilo. We are simulcast on Mellow 94.7 BFM. Here's your daily dose of deep dives and good vibes. Welcome to
Beautiful Day! And it is a beautiful day.
Merry Christmas!
Looking outside, Merry Christmas yung vibes po natin today.
Yes.
This is because of a miscommunication where I read the wrong message once again.
Exactly.
Sabi ko,
You were
sa
looking
akala
at the
nila-
wrong list. You were looking at last week's
Yes,
list.
I was.
Yeah.
So we do color coordinate and we're still coordinated right now. We're just
Christmas
in the
ahead.
spirit of Jose Marichan and Mariah Carey. So that's who we are right now. But of course, once again, thank you so much to everyone for joining us. We are live over on social media.
Yes.
And where do they find us?
Facebook and on YouTube. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, please. We got a comment section there where
Yes,
they
sir.
can send as early as now their messages, their shout-outs from wherever they are around the globe. Speaking of people watching and listening from around the globe, Miss Paul says she can't monitor though today. She has
Oh.
errands. So Miss Paul is watching us all the way from Arizona, USA.
Yes, sir. But you know what? Can I just say, for those who do not know, for our viewers who don't know who Miss Paul is, she is practically our mother.
She's our mother here.
On the
Yes.
show. Very OFW-like at the moment.
Yeah, now she
long
takes care of
distance.
us remotely.
Yes, she does. She does.
Yes.
So we just want to give her a big shout out, and of course, she takes care of almost the entire channel. So for those who are fans of BNC, look for a Miss Paul wherever, or kung may kilala kayo Miss Paul, mag-thank you ka na lang. Kahit hindi
Yes,
po yung
Miss Paul
tamang
or
Miss
Miss
Paul.
Pauline, yun.
Yes.
And also, we are simulcast on Mellow 94.7 BFM. So hello to all those listening right now. And we are also on their Facebook page.
Yes.
And I also check the comment section there. So go ahead and send those messages our way. Speaking of Mellow, hashtag Besties Ask is happening today because it's a Wednesday.
Yes.
And our topic for today is, what is a fashion phase that you regret now but absolutely loved in the past?
I did not love what I sent in the past. Now I look back, it was a choice. It was a wrong choice. But
Pero I'm sure
ayun.
that you enjoyed it back then. That look.
No, kasi I'll explain it later on. But then it was one of those things that you intend to do something, you try to do something, but it doesn't turn out. We'll talk about that later.
Yes.
But of course, I'm also excited for yung guest ko sa Weather HQ. Because we're going to be talking about Iloilo Budbud, which is a heritage salt, right?
Okay.
So right now, in BFAR, we're going to have a guest from BFAR coming on over. One of the things that's really interesting is that salt production in the Philippines has gone down significantly since the 90s. Back then, we were able to supply, I think, 80 to 90%
Why is
of our
that?
own. It's a lot of things. A lot of people consider yung when we had that asin law, which was basically mandating na iodized salt kailangan. The thing is, the technology was too expensive for mga local salt producers, so they had to stop and shifted.
Okay.
So naging
Okay.
fish pond na lang yung mga
Okay.
salt flats. Pero dito sa Iloilo Budbud, and we're seeing more and more, we're now seeing more salt producers because the law has been relaxed to actually revive yung mga heritage salt. So yung
Okay.
Iloilo Budbud right now being produced by fisheries as well. So we're gonna hear more about that later on, diba? So I'm excited for that. I'm also
So you're
excited.
gonna be a salt bay later for Weather HQ.
Or I'll be a bit salty kung galit ako. But at the same time, we also have game day later on.
Yes!
Oo, ito yung mahilig sa jet ski holiday.
We're going on a jet ski holiday.
Itong si Anton Ignacio, Philippines 4-time jet ski world champion.
That is super exciting. And you know what? I'm so amazed by him kasi ang bata pa niya.
Yes, actually.
Yeah, diba? Parang if I'm not mistaken, grade 12 pa lang siya now?
Actually, yeah.
Grade
So
12 student?
the fun
It's
thing,
crazy.
the interesting thing for what I find interesting,
Ah.
na kapag mga water sports and kahit mga racing sports, the ones who start out, or at least the ones who do well early on, they are remarkably young. They are so young. Like some of the best racers in the world, even the Filipino ones, aren't even old enough to have a driver's license yet. Ganun level. So
Siguro kasi young people, they're very courageous.
Well, yes, and I think there are just different ways to. Of course, it comes with a bit of privilege rin kasi you don't have not a lot of people have the chance to have a jet ski or be able to have access to a jet
Can't
ski
afford
early
the
on.
jet ski
So we'll talk about that a
holiday.
bit earlier. Also, even though there's a discounted price for a family of four.
For a family of
Oo.
four.
But we'll talk about it later on, di ba?
So that is what's happening on the show today. We're going on a jet ski holiday, but before we go on a jet ski holiday, let's check out our headlines for today. And we always start with traffic on the road. Let's check the situation in major thoroughfares at this hour. First up, we take a look at EDSA Orense in Makati on a sunny Wednesday. Left side of your screens, we're seeing vehicles heading to Pasay City, light traffic on that area. Opposite lane, same situation. Right side of your screens, you're seeing vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard. Still green and go as of this hour. Now, this time, we take a look at EDSA White Plains. On the left side of your screens, those are the vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard if you're heading southbound. Going to be slowing things down a bit as moderate to heavy traffic is already building up. Opposite lane, right side of your screens are vehicles heading to Cubao. Light traffic on that area. Now, heads up to motorists. The expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It is a Wednesday, so vehicles with license plates ending in 5 and 6 should be off the road right about now till 10 a.m. and again later from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And what will the weather be like this Wednesday? Let's find out from Paolo as he gives us today's forecast from Weather HQ. Take it away, Pao.
Thank you so much, Anne. Let's take a closer look at how 4 weather systems are shaping our day today. Now, this is from northern Luzon all the way to Mindanao. Let's go first up to a low pressure area that has been spotted about 370 kilometers northeast of Itbayat, Batanes. Now, according to Pag-asa, this weather disturbance has a high chance of developing into a tropical depression within 24 hours. Now, once it intensifies, it will be given the local name Salome. Now, for now, it is not affecting any part of the country yet, but it is moving southwestward, which means it could move closer to Batanes in the next few days with a possible landfall scenario in that area. Meanwhile, cooler winds from the northeasterly surface wind flow are now prevailing over Batanes and the nearby areas. Now, these winds bring partly cloudy to cloudy skies with a few isolated light rains. Now, it's a kind of weather that signals the shift towards the amihan season. Now, this brings cooler mornings and that familiar gentle northern breeze. Meanwhile, there's still warm and humid winds, and this is coming from the easterlies. Now, the easterlies are making their presence felt over the eastern sections of Luzon and the Visayas regions. Now, for areas like Aurora, Quezon, the Bicol region, and the eastern Visayas area, expect partly cloudy to cloudy skies all throughout the day. Now, with this, there's a chance of isolated rain showers or thunderstorms, mainly in the afternoon or in the evening. Now, these rains may be short-lived, but they could bring the brief gusts of wind and lightning as well. Let's go further down south. Now we're on to our third weather system here, the Intertropical Convergence Zone, or the ITCZ. Now this continues to affect Visayas and the Mindanao area. Now the ITCZ is bringing cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms over southern Leyte, Cebu, Bohol, Siquijor, and much of Mindanao. Now, residents are advised to maintain alert and remain alert for the possible flash floods and landslides, especially in low-lying and mountainous areas, especially when the rains turn moderate to heavy. For Metro Manila and the rest of the country, you can expect generally fair weather for most of the day. Now, the skies will be partly cloudy, but the localized thunderstorms could develop late in the afternoon or in the evening, so it's safe to bring your umbrella no matter what. So wherever you are, stay safe, be weather ready, because no matter the weather, there's always a reason to smile and make it a beautiful day. Now, I mentioned all of those there. There's a lot to really take in. That's it for Weather HQ at the moment, and back to you.
Thank you, Pao. Now on to our top stories this morning. Former Senator Antonio Trillanes has filed a plunder complaint against former President Rodrigo Duterte and Senator Bongo. Trillanes accused the two of using their positions to award government infrastructure projects worth 7 billion pesos to companies owned by Go's family. The projects, which span over 200 contracts, were primarily in Davao City.
Ang ebidensya po dito ay mga kontrata mismo galing sa DPWH. Bawal po ito, di ba? Hindi mo pwedeng bigyan ng kontrata yung tatay at kapatid mo. Ang nakalagay sa ating batas, up to 4th degree of consanguinity and affinity. Pero ito, first degree ito, tatay ito at kapatid.
I was able to watch the interview on former Senator Trillanes, and yun nga, when he said that up to 4th degree of consanguinity and affinity, nasa batas naman talaga eh.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Yung acquiring what do you call this? Acquiring projects, government projects, and if you are a government official, parang hindi pwede na may relative ka talaga.
Yeah.
Acquiring projects from the government.
Yes. To the defense of Senator Bongo, if I'm not mistaken, he did say that there is no relationship between him and the businesses in terms of in any investment. He has divested, if I'm not mistaken, when it comes to all of that. Pero tama ka nga eh. When
Pero
it comes to yung consanguinity.
Di
Yes.
ba?
I'm also curious about the timing of when all of these projects were awarded as
2016
well.
apparently.
Yes.
2016 up to the present.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like when it was awarded, and of course when the bidding started as well for these projects. Because again, you're absolutely right when it comes to that particular law. And I'm interested to hear about the defense that Senator Bongo will bring about to this. Because yes, it is a big number, 7 billion when it comes to the projects, at least the value brought about.
Actually, Senator Bongo had a press con yesterday, and he replied already to these accusations from former Senator Trillanes. And talagang pinipilit ni Senator Bongo na he has nothing to do with the businesses of his family. Hindi naman niya mababago kung sino yung mga family members niya. But it's still, the question is still there, no? Na parang delikadesa. You know that your family has these kinds of projects, diba? And then you're a government official. Kahit pa paano, you won't be able to avoid that question from the public.
Yes.
Diba?
Again, when we hear the process, and I think we will be able to get more updates on this later on, especially with how active former Senator Antonio Trillanes has been in terms of pushing for this. I believe we're going to hear much more moving forward, especially with all of the things happening right now in government. And that actually leads me perfectly to our next item here, because the Justice Department says there's no overlap or conflict with a new independent commission for infrastructure amid questions over their roles in the flood control scandal probe. Officials clarify that the ICI gathers facts and recommends cases, while the DOJ investigates the money trail and builds prosecutions.
I believe the latitude of ICI is wider. But for us, we do it systematically. We go to the process first. We understand the deviations of the process committed by the DPWH officials, and then this will lead to testimonies of possible proponents who intervened, why projects are allocated budget and those projects were implemented.
If any conflict arises, the Ombudsman, which has final authority, will step in. The DOJ also reminded that cases involving lower-ranking officials fall under its jurisdiction, while higher-ranked ones, or those under at least salary grade 27, go to the Ombudsman. Well, we are getting more and more information when it comes to yung role, the powers of the ICI, especially in coordination with all of these other government offices and officials. At alam mo, we need that clarification, but at the same time, I would not be surprised if people are gonna be like, yan lang. Parang kulang pa rin eh.
Oo.
Diba?
And there are people actually questioning the purpose of the ICI.
Yes.
Even VP Sara was saying, anong purpose nitong pag-establish ng ICI? So, it's good that now you're clarifying kung ano talaga yung hawak na scope ng each agencies. And there are people kasi saying that itanggalin na lang yung ICI. Anyway, yung DOJ din naman is investigating. So, So we can see here with this clarification that the ICI, even if kulang sila sa pangil, kulang sa ngipin, they serve a purpose, a good purpose, kasi they're able to investigate, they're able to gather information, and they're able to recommend cases to be filed sa DOJ as they forward everything that they gather from their investigations to the Department of Justice.
Yeah, again, the role of the DOJ is to investigate the money trail and build yung mga prosecution. And of course, the Office of Ombudsman, again, kapag may mga conflict, napakalaki ng role because they will assume the responsibility once that comes in. So, again, the roles have been clarified better. Pero I'm sure nais pa rin ng mga tao, including the business groups you mentioned the other day, that they need more power itong ICI.
Alam mo, feeling ko, the reason why nagkakaroon ng so much questioning, this is just my opinion, is kasi we don't see what's going on during the ICI hearing. So parang people are asking, ano bang purpose nila? Hindi naman nila nakikita what the way they question the resource persons, di ba? So siguro kaya nagkakaroon ng konting confusion and konting yun nga, questioning from the public na anong purpose nila.
Yeah, and to be fair, we have seen a bit more improvement in terms of transparency, pero kulang pa rin for a lot of people.
Kulang pa rin,
gusto nila makita yung proseso, gusto nila makita yung mga trial, at gusto nila mag-react at gumawa ng mga memes siguro yung iba. Kasi we are seeing more updates in general.
Now they have these hindi hearings, parang press
mga reports,
to tell them what happened during the hearing, but people want more.
Oh, they need to see it. They need to hear it.
We need to see even the process of how they question the resource persons and how the resource persons answer.
Yes.
Diba? People want to see that.
All right, so we're gonna move on from there because walang kamatayan na issue yan in
nga.
terms of yung transparency nila.
Farmers marked Peasant Month with a protest in Manila destroying an effigy of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to condemn corruption, importation, and militarization. The group marched from Liwasang Bonifacio to Malacanang, carrying signs calling out billions in alleged stolen funds from flood control projects and farm-to-market roads. Police estimate around 600 joined the protest.
Bilyong-bilyong piso ang kinurakot sa flood control project at farm-to-market road. Pero kami, walang makain, walang panggastos sa pagsasaka tulad ng araro, binhi at iba pa. Magsasaka at taong bayan, magkaisa. Panagutin ang mga kurakot at mandarambong.
A couple of items here from the DOH. The Department of Health has launched a public reporting website for Filipinos to report non-functional or non-existent health centers. As part of their citizens participatory audit, you can go to doh.gov.ph/bantaysuperhealth to submit a report through the form provided. This comes after DOH Secretary Ted Herbosa submitted a list of 300 non-operational facilities to the ICI. On October 15, Secretary Herbosa visited a facility in Barangay Concepcion 2 in Marikina. He found an empty lot that should have been a 4-story super health center.
Nanloloko sila. It's called sanitized reporting.
Lagay lang nila, ongoing, completed phase 1.
After conducting inspections in Marikina and Antipolo, the DOH started receiving numerous complaints about health center facilities. The ICI has given their support for the ongoing investigation on super health centers and their services. Now, before we talk more about that, we're going to also remind everyone that there is no flu outbreak, or rather, no outbreak of influenza-like illnesses in the country. It's just flu season. This according to the Department of Health, adding that LGUs have the authority to require the wearing of face masks in public spaces to slow the spread of disease. The health department says that monsoon season is also flu season, as the current climate helps viruses thrive. They remind people to regularly wash their hands and wear face masks when possible to get their yearly flu vaccines. The DOH stresses that there are no new viruses or strains spreading around. Okay, let's talk about the DOH here, because we're gonna start off first with yung mga super health centers na to, which are not so super kasi wala naman.
Super ghost, I think.
Super ghost.
Kasi
Nakakatakot yun.
non-operational siya. 300, imagine that. So we gave budget to these non-operational health facilities to be constructed. Tapos, wala siyang laman. I saw this report on the health center dun sa Antipolo.
Yeah.
Na pagdating nila, on the first day of their inspection, pagdating ni Secretary Herbosa doon, and Doc Albert was there, let me just add. So nakikita ko lagi yung updates because Doc Albert is my friend, so I see his updates all the time. But anyway, so they went to Antipolo and sabi nila, dun lang daw nagbukas. On the day that they inspected, that was the first day that they opened. Tapos nung pinakita nila yung mga rooms, mga laboratories, wala pa siyang laman talaga. So, parang there was no parang X-ray machine, ganyan. So, empty pa siya. And it makes you wonder, di ba we talked about this, bakit ba nabibigyan ng project to construct a health facility, tapos wala palang tatao, tapos wala palang laman?
So when again the other one was mentioned, so we're now showing you video of the Antipolo City facility that Anne was talking about. And
when
then,
they went there, dun
yes,
palang nag-open.
The one that we were showing you right before that was on Marikina, wherein there was no building. Well, there it is. So they arrived. They said it was supposed to be already either on the way or completed. At
Paano
look,
magiging
tell me
health?
right now. Ano yan?
How can that become a health facility?
for those-
Puro halaman.
For those watching us, listening to us on the radio, we are now showing practically an empty lot, okay, with the mga poste
weeds.
that have,
overgrown plants and bushes.
vines all over it.
Yeah.
Like it's like ano to? Sorry. I mean, if it's
Diba?
kung pinondohan at yan lang yung papakita, I think people in general would be incensed at what's happening. What is it? Is it a super health center for plants? I mean, pang herbal health ba to? Eastern medicine?
Alam mo, it doesn't even look like a garden. It looks like a jungle. So you can't have a health facility in a jungle.
Well,
I
you
guess
can.
pwede,
You can. Pwede.
diba?
Wait,
But
Ann.
looking at this, it just looks like an empty, abandoned lot.
Okay.
Na overgrown na siya with weeds and bushes
Tama ka.
and vines.
I mean, but Anne, I just wanna emphasize here. Sa Marikina na to, Antipolo yung isa. We have to talk about the entire nation here.
Yes,
Kasi yung
and-
Visayas, yung Mindanao, sigurado ko yung mga ibang proyekto dun. Here, in the DOH officials are mainly based in Metro Manila, to be fair,
yes.
right? And this happens under their noses. What about in the far-flung
Provinces.
areas that are beyond their reach?
Exactly. In real jungles.
Sa mga totoong jungle.
Sa mga totoong jungle. But you know what? Kaya nila, that's why they came out with this hotline, this website where the public can help them report, spot non-operational health centers like this one. Non-operational and non-existent health centers like that one, 'di ba? Para tulungan natin just like yung Department of DPWH, 'di ba?
Yeah,
Parang
or
the
yung
public
sumbong sa
you can-
Pangulo website
sumbong
as
sa
well.
Pangulo, pwede kang mag-report if you see an anomalous project in your area, whether it's a flood control project or an unfinished road or a non-existent health center, i-report natin yan. Let's help the government, 'di ba? Na ma-spot itong mga we should actively do this. You know why? Because pera natin yan, guys.
Yeah,
'Di
so-
ba? That is where our taxes go.
Ay, nako.
To empty lots.
Also remember, ladies and gentlemen, also mask up, influenza,
Yes.
like illnesses aren't here but flu season. So sorry, I had to mention that rin kasi that was also one of the things that we had to
You know what?
talk about.
It was a good thing I remember that we had Doc Albert do
Clarify,
that clarification on the show because
Yung class suspensions.
yes, on the class suspensions because people are medyo panicking, 'di ba? I've been talking to some of the parents from my daughter's school and the school of my si mga pamangkins. Also, medyo nagpapanik yung mga parents na, baka mamaya it's an outbreak, diba? And some cities kasi have also mandated yung mask ulit.
Yeah.
So this is not the pandemic all over again.
Yeah.
It's just flu season, and the ILI, there's no outbreak.
Alam mo, this is I'm sure this has caused a lot of people anxiety. So let's give some people a bit of better news naman. Let's talk about girl power.
Girl power, yes.
Ayun.
In world news, Japan has elected its first female prime minister after a whirlwind few weeks of political wrangling. Hardline conservative Sanae Takaichi is a former economic security and interior minister. She often referred to Britain's late leader Margaret Thatcher as a source of inspiration. Attention now turns to her big spending plans and nationalistic positions. She must also prepare to host U.S. President Donald Trump, who is due to visit Japan next week. Now, in other news, a recently published book thickens the plot in the controversy involving Britain's Prince Andrew days after he gave up his titles. A posthumous memoir by Virginia Giuffre, who accused Andrew of sexually abusing her as a teenager, went on sale in bookstores worldwide. This triggers scrutiny anew over the royal brothers' reported connections with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. U.S. President Donald Trump is reportedly part of the story, having been a friend of Epstein. In 2022, Andrew made an undisclosed payment to settle a lawsuit by Giuffre, who died by suicide in April of this year.
Well, the struggle continues as we move on to sports for Filipino tennis star Alex Ayala after bowing out of the singles action in the round of 32 at the Guangzhou Open on Tuesday evening. She fell to her unseeded American rival Claire Liu in 3 sets, 6-2, 4-6, and 4-6. Ayala seeded number 4 and ranked world number 53, while Liu is ranked world number 305. This is the Filipinas' second consecutive round of 32 exit after bowing out early in the Japan Women's Open. Ayala will try to bounce back in doubles action when she partners up with Ukraine's Nadia Kichanok to face off against fourth-seeded Tang Quan-hee of China and Emily Appleton of Great Britain. The duo is set to see action later today.
Okay, here we go with our first cup of tea. Cup of Joe's Multo has won Song of the Year at the
scary.
2025 Filipino Music Awards. Released in early 2025.
Let's not bring that up again. But yeah, congratulations to all the winner
Yes.
of the Filipino Music Awards 2025. Multo, obviously a great song. I've put it on repeat as well. And it's just a fun time for OPM. It's so fun. It's such a fun time for
Yes.
OPM. There's so many genres. There's so many new artists. There's so many creatives out there. And again, feel free to talk about the Cup of Joe here on the show.
Yeah, that is why we have our Day Mix segment.
Oh.
It's a platform for all these local musicians and foreign as well, to guest on the show, highlight their song, promote their albums, diba? So,
Yeah.
Cup of Joe, I hope we have them on the show soon.
Yes.
And
then mag-prayer circle tayo for all your collabs.
Oo. Si Dionella also won pala
Yes.
for his song, anong tawag doon?
Marilag?
Yes.
Yes.
Marilag. Yeah.
So from a cup of Joe, we go to another cup of tea. Oh, segue.
Another cup of tea. Oo nga, pero invite ko sana si Dionella to guest
invite
on
mo.
the show.
Invite
If
mo
you're
pa rin.
watching Dionella, you're always welcome to guest here.
Ito rin, invite mo rin.
Music din to ha. So they might be tuned in. Blackpink's Jisoo
Sure.
has officially made her solo debut on the Billboard Hot 100. She might be watching this on YouTube. So let's manifest. Her song, Eyes Closed, with former One Direction member Zayn Malik, landed at number 72. The track dropped October 10 and gained traction with nearly 6 million US streams. With this entry, all 4 Blackpink members have now charted solo on the Hot 100. That makes Blackpink the first all-female K-pop group to achieve this milestone. And
wow.
this might be on the YouTube page, and they might be watching this particular segment. So Blackpink, you're always welcome to guest on the show.
Yeah, but of course, congratulations to Jisoo. Again, solo debut, Billboard
I
Hot
love
100.
that song, yung song niya with Zayn Malik.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. If you
Yeah.
haven't listened to that,
I think it's
check it out
safe to say
out
we're
on
all
Spotify.
Jisoo fans, right?
Yeah.
So,
And Zayn Malik as well. Yes.
So we'll hopefully we
Hi, Zayn.
see more
advertising.
Hopefully you see more collabs, and of course, I really enjoy the fact that K-pop
Korean
artists,
and Western
they're
collabs.
coming
Yes,
out,
I
and
love that.
the mix is just so nice, right? So I can't wait for OPM to hit that level as well, because I have a feeling we're getting there. We're gonna get there. Feeling ko talaga.
Yes. And that is our tea for this morning. And up next, our weekly Besties Ask with DJ Yen from Mellow 94.7 BFM. So don't go away. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still tuned in to Beautiful Day. It's time for the ultimate crossover to brighten up your day. DJ Yan joins us all the way from the Mellow 94.7 BFM studio. Good morning, bestie.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, and it's time for Besties Ask once again. We always look forward to this segment every Wednesday. What is our topic today?
This one, it's about fashion choices in the past. What's a fashion phase that you regret now, but you loved it in the past? As in, you would really defend yourself
Ay,
even if
nako.
people told you in the past, it's not nice. You'd be like, no, it's beautiful. I love it.
Okay, we're gonna start with you as always kasi yung
Okay.
past mo is very recent.
It's not our past. It's
It's
our
not our past.
feeling nga baka current ka namin eh.
Oo, sige, let's start with you. Do you have
Okay.
photos to show?
Yeah, I gave a photo. So there was a time in my life where I absolutely loved skinny jeans. I would not wear
I
anything
love skinny
that
jeans.
isn't skinny jeans.
Oo.
It's not so
So I
bad
think,
now.
the
So
photo-
bad. Bumabalik
Bad,
naman.
it's okay. This is my photo. I was wearing the same skinny jeans that I had since I was 13. I think I was 16 or 17 here.
Aha.
And I think what I regret the most is one, the haircut, and two, the shades.
Rockista ka ba dati?
I think that works though. I mean, that would still work now if you wore something like
Actually,
that.
oo.
No?
But
Yeah.
kasi fashion is cyclical din naman eh.
Oo, yeah.
Fashion is cyclical.
It just, parang na-repeat lang yung fashion that we had before.
Okay,
so I
so-
think this will
True.
still
So
work.
from most current, let's go to the most retro. Ann?
Ako?
Oo.
Dapat ikaw.
Maybe
Ano
it's
tayo?
freestyle now.
Ay, sige,
Wow!
fine. Okay, so this was my early phase when I had super short hair and I loved big, bold prints. O, di ba? Na-extra pa yung sister ko dun sa photo. But yeah, I loved big prints, bright colors, and ang hilig ko magganyan. I don't know what that is called, turban ba? Or,
It's called a headscarf.
A
I went to
headscarf.
work wearing one today.
But dati, I looked so, I thought I looked so cool. But now when I look back, parang I looked so much like a tita during that time. And look at me, di ba? Parang look at my
So, ano
short
ka
hair.
ngayon,
Never,
Ninang?
I know. Hindi, parang I feel like I look younger. I feel like I look
wear
younger.
that.
But there, that's in Japan.
No,
I know
no.
that's in China. So, 'di ba, yung combination ko, ang hilig ko sa bright colors and bright prints.
To be fair, you look like a fetus back then. All right? Let's be real.
So yeah,
all right?
no, dati akala ko parang, ang ganda ng outfit ko. But then when I look back at my photos, parang hindi pala siya
Don't
masyadong
show mine
okay.
yet because I need to have a background there. There was a time kasi I think
Ah.
back in
Yeah, he
2000.
to defend
Oh,
himself.
no, I need to defend. No, kasi it was about failure eh. This is about
Failure?
failure. No, because there was a time talaga
Oh.
na I was a big admirer. There's a time in world football na yung long hair uso.
Aha.
Yung David Beckham long hair, yung Lionel Messi long hair, na yung tipong kind na ponytail. Because I used to play quite often. I wanted to be able to pull my hair back,
Oh.
right, while playing. I could not kasi when my hair grew, nagmukha akong Justin Bieber nung bata pa siya, nung baby pa siya.
I was gonna say, your photos,
Oo.
you look like Justin
Tapos,
Bieber.
or Zac Efron nung High School Musical 1.
Yeah, also
Oo,
that.
so si Zac Efron to. O, labas na natin. Oo, so, yeah, I mean, like, take a look at that. Look, I was prettier than most.
Very
Oh my
Zac
God.
Efron.
Grabe, no, hindi humaba yung buhok ko. Like, it would not go down. Nagiging parang bowl cut siya. Okay?
Pero yan naman kasi yung uso nung time na yan kasi Justin Bieber had that
The hair
hair.
was so straight.
Hindi. See, if you look at old photos of Zac Efron and Justin Bieber, their hair was like that.
Yeah, but you know what? They were not my goals, okay?
Oh, yeah, kaya lang. At least in ka, di ba?
No. But the funny thing is that, that was college, I remember. That was 2009. I was 19. I was around 19 or...
You look that young when you were in college? I thought elementary.
Veins. No, I mean, like, yeah, I was 19. That was 21.
That was okay.
This one's not so bad. It would go left and right. Eh. So the first one was probably the worst it got in terms of like ang ganda ko. But then syempre there were other looks when it came to that. So ayun, like I'm patriotic also. Ooh, different mountains.
Ay, mukha kang ano dyan, performative male.
Hindi naman.
Oo.
No, at that time nga. Look, I remember that time, naka-chinelas lang ako walking around.
Yun nga,
and
you
then
very much like a performative male.
And then that was shooting my thesis actually. Shot in Bicol.
Okay.
So, ayun. But anyway, there is.
Ayan, oh, look at that.
Performative. Wow. Not performative male. Pero yeah, I mean, like, have you seen any answers on your end, DJ Yen, so far?
Just to go back to your photo, it's giving very green flag.
Very green flag. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good boy.
Good
It's
boy,
giving
diba?
mga
Hanggang ngayon din naman eh.
Huh?
What? Oh. Oh no.
Tigilan ako dun, ha?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, but before we hear the answers from your listeners, let's say hi first to Jason Jaime, who's tuned in all the way from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
Oh, wow.
Hi. And Nicolas Gordo says, shout out from Baguio. I loved my bell-bottom pants in the 70s. Now I see it again, but I won't ever wear it again. Age and beer belly is unforgiving.
Beer bottoms na lang. Beer bottoms, hindi
beer
bell bottoms.
Pero nga, nagbabalik nga yung flared bell-bottom style ng pants, no? Yeah. How about your listeners? What did they say?
A lot of them totally regret oversized graphic tees and very baggy pants. It was more of like a choose one, but they decided to go for both. Those are back, yeah. Also, low-rise jeans and crop tops. So they really
Low-rise
put together two of the same kind.
Yeah, I think low-rise jeans should be scrapped.
No,
forever.
I think what I did not like
them.
before is colored low-rise jeans. Alam mo dati yung mga purple or
Anything
green.
low-rise, tanggalin na natin from its existence.
Galit ako dati. If I'm mad at rompers now, okay, because I think rompers are still very impractical. I'm still upset at yung mga colored jeans and pants. Dati.
Ano yung colors na unacceptable for you?
Yung bright purple kasi mumukha kang Barney. O yung bright green na mukha kang Baby Bop.
Oh
diba?
my God! If you're listening to us right now on Mellow 94.7 BFM and you're on your way to work and you're wearing purple jeans, uwi ka ulit, magpalit ka!
Oh, if you're wearing purple jeans, unang-una, what year is it? Diba? No, really, I will hate on that, right?
Magpalit ka na ng outfit dahil pag nakita yan ni Paolo del Rosario.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at you. I'm
had
like,
a suit that was purple, like bright purple.
there's a difference. I can wear a purple suit. I'm wearing red right now.
Actually,
I want a rust-colored suit. That's different.
You know what? When I was young, I used to have like a really bright purple jumper.
Buti sa mo,
Yeah.
jumper.
Tapos I would wear it with my purple sneakers. Oh, ganun yung outfit ko nung bata ako.
Yeah.
Buti na lang, nung time na yun, wala pang social media. So, my photos were digital. Nandun lahat sila sa, like, the actual photo
Sa Kodak.
albums. Yung Kodak.
Kodak
Na
mo pa.
hindi ko ma-share with the crew.
Which is okay.
Yeah, buti na lang nga eh. Let's just hide
there
that.
are other looks, but then I think we have to move on from here. But let's take a look at some of your, if I'm not mistaken, there are still a few DJ Yen,
you still
answers
have
on your end?
answers on your end?
It's pretty much it. Those low-rise
Okay.
jeans. That is the
Low-rise
biggest
jeans.
regret.
Ako talaga,
listeners.
low-rise jeans, tanggalin na natin yan forever.
For me, it depends. It depends. No, but it depends on.
I can't.
Yeah.
Ang baba masyado yung super low cut. Tapos when you sit down, tignan mo from behind.
No, you
what
see,
does that look like?
No, you see, that one, I think mali lang yung fit. So you can go low rise and still cover the butt. But anyway, we're gonna move on
I
from
don't
there.
think so. But anyway, thank you so much, Bestie, DJ Yen.
you.
Till our next hangout.
Okay, just a word to our prod. Kindly burn that that photo I sent
Yes,
you
please.
guys.
Can we delete all those
Padelete yung mga
photos?
photo, please. Kung makita ko pa yung... Ayoko na. Please. Thank you so much, DJ.
Thank you, Yen.
No!
Wow.
Jeez.
Oh my God!
All right, let's move
Sakit sa
on.
ulo.
Please. Thank you so much, DJ. I
Thank
really
you,
appreciate you.
Yan.
Catch
Thank
her
you.
later on as well. And of course, send in your answer. So where can they do that before we let you go?
Facebook.com/947mellow or 0947-884-8840.
All right. Thank you, DJ Yen. Until next Wednesday. And if you guys want to send your answers also, if you still want to chime in on that Besties Ask topic, go ahead and let us know on YouTube and on Facebook.
So mad at that segment.
You can actually include photos if you want to show
I
your
am
own.
so
Ano,
upset
bakit?
at myself.
Cute naman eh.
Yeah, I know, but still, let's move on. Up next, find out how a traditional salt from Iloilo is helping preserve heritage and promote sustainable livelihoods.
Plus, our horoscope of the day with Master Hans Kua. Stay with us. Beautiful day. We'll be right back.
The scorecard. Welcome back to Silicon on Beautiful Day. This is Weather HQ. Now, for years, the peoples of Miagao and Iloilo have been making budbud, a handcrafted salt named after the Kiniraay word meaning to sprinkle. Now, this age-old tradition is now shining as a symbol of sustainable livelihood and cultural heritage. Joining us via phone patch is Mr. Nazer Biguera, the Chief Information Officer of the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, to share how budbud, Iloilo's artisanal salt, is helping communities grow while keeping tradition alive. Magandang umaga, Mr. Biguera. Welcome back to Beautiful Day.
Yes, magandang umaga, Paolo, and good morning also to all the listeners of your program.
All right, Sir Nazer, I love this topic because it has been one of my most delicious really inquiries in general. When we talk about salt in the Philippines, in the 90s, we were almost self-sufficient. I believe we actually were able to produce around 80 to 90% of yung needs ng Pilipinas. Right now, due to various factors, including urbanization, and even yung iodization requirement to make salts, nawala yung mga salt producers. But right now, if I'm not mistaken, with the relaxed laws enacted by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., we are now seeing a growth of mga artisanal salts, including budbud. How does it make it unique, talking about this artisanal salt po?
Well, particularly referring to budbud, this is actually a product of traditional method of salt making, which is unique to Panay Island. So the good thing about this, the local communities produce this artisanal fisher folk. And they make use also of an extract from a plant called balunos. So it's also a native mountain vine, which gives a distinct texture and flavor to the budbud. But in terms of process, budbud is being actually produced along the shoreline using bamboos. Doon nila binibilad yung salt water, tapos yun nga, gumagamit sila nitong parang vine extract na to na mas nagiging distinct yung texture, no? At kahit yung lasa nung budbud. So budbud is actually now recognized both locally and internationally for its high quality natural flavor and culture value. But I just would like to emphasize, Paolo, no, this is not just about budbud, the effort to promote our artisanal salt. This is actually the whole effort of promoting the salt industry, because we are now in the process of giving more interventions to the salt industry in such a way that we allow the growth of this industry.
Well, it's a good point that you brought up po, that it is actually all in part of helping revive the salt industry. Because back in the day, at least nawala na yung mga traditional salt makers natin in terms of yung mga cities. If I'm not mistaken, Las Piñas at one point was one of the bigger salt producers in the country, but that has all changed with urbanization. When we talk about yung mga traditional salt making practices, especially with the BFAR helping out in particular, it's interesting because BFAR should not technically be in charge of yung salt-making production.
Actually.
Oo po, pero orphan industry na ata po yung salt-making industry in the sense that no government agency has actually adopted the salt-making as an advocacy, as a push or a priority. Why is BFAR part of this?
Yes, and you're correct that we have now actually a new law, Republic Act number 11985, the Philippine Salt Industry Development Act, which gives the BFAR now the mandate to implement programs, projects, and activities pertaining to the development, the sustainable development of the salt industry. So why BFAR? Well, they said, the raw material for making salt is actually seawater, no? Yung tubig dagat, yun talaga primarily ang ginagawang raw material. So because it's seawater, the sea is connected to the mandate of the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources. So the government, the legislature, deemed it that BFAR should be now the right agency. And if I may just share, in the old days, traditionally, salt is also being produced using our brackish water fish pond. Kapag panahon na hindi ginagamit ang ating mga fish pond for fish production, pinatutuyo nila muna ito and then pinapapasok yung tubig, naglalatag silang mga bricks, and then binibilad yung pumasok na tubig, and that's it. That's how they produce the salt. So still, the fish ponds, the brackish water, still connected with the mandate of the Bureau. That's why, that's the reason why the BFAR now has been identified on the basis, based on the new law, to be the government agency implementing program on the salt industry.
Sir Nazer, I wish we had a lot more time, to be honest. But then when we talk about yung traditional salt making and what it also provides in terms of cultural heritage, we talk about Iloilo and Budbud in particular. But then what does this mean to the people themselves, the people producing it, that we are able to produce something of significant cultural heritage and still be able to use that as a sustainable livelihood source, especially from our local fisher folk who can now have an extra livelihood when it comes to salt making?
Yeah, that is correct. That is an industry which salt industry is actually an industry that gives a livelihood, to many of our fisher folk in the coastal communities, and it has been passed down through generations, yung mga tinatawag na asinderos or salt farmers who continue to refine, for example, for budbud, refine and preserve this meticulous craft. But of course, they need support from the government in terms of value adding, in terms of packaging, in terms of marketing. So the government has to step in because, our fisher folk needs that intervention in order for them to be sustainably able, or to be able in sustaining this particular industry, especially for our artisanal salt makers, Paolo.
Sir Nazer, before we let you go, when we talk about yung accessibility nito to the local market and international market, what has BFAR done or is planning to do to be able to promote yung sale nito and distribution?
There are many aspects in terms of our interventions now for the salt industry. For example, we have identified our goals and targets in terms of our salt development roadmap. So 2025 to 2040, we have a plan for that. And then part of that plan is to widen the production areas for salt. Dahil sabi nga natin, tumamlay ito, nagsara or tumigil yung mga ibang mag-aasin dahil na nga sa urbanization din. But there's still potential, or there are lots of potential. For example, we still have many abandoned brackish water fish ponds that can actually be used for salt production. And then what is the government through the BFAR is doing under the new salt law, and which gives us the mandate. So we're giving interventions in terms of technology, the appropriate technology and machineries. We also training our fish makers, our artisanal fish salt makers, in terms of food safety standards, in terms of proper handling, food safety requirements, which would allow them to have that edge in terms of marketing their products. So marami tayong ginagawa na sa ngayon. In fact, mga nasa 153 fisherfolk organization or fisherfolk salt makers ang nabibigay na natin ng intervention para mas mapalawak pa natin at mapanumbalik natin yung sigla ng industriya ng pag-aasin sa Pilipinas, Paolo.
Sir Nazer, I hope that you and I could share a bit of budbud in certain meals very soon. Maraming salamat po. We really appreciate you for coming
I'll do that. I'll send some to you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Nazer Biguera, the Chief Information Officer of the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources. Have a great morning po.
Thank you, Paolo.
That's it for Weather HQ at the moment, and back to you.
Thank you, Pao. Now it's time for us to find out what the stars have in store for us today. Let's hear it from our resident energizer and feng shui master, Hans Kua, in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! Beautiful day with me, Bilyonaryo Master Hans Kua. Ito po ang horoscope ngayong araw ng Wednesday, October 22. Simulan natin sa mga year of the rat, posibleng mainip sa bagal ng project. Mag-focus sa mga bagay na kaya mong gawin. Purple at 6. Kay year of the ox naman, maayos ang samahan. Pero pareho kayong pagod. Plan a quiet moment together. Pink at 8. Kay Tiger naman tayo, may opportunity para sa sideline. Pero siguraduhin legal at klaro ang terms nyo. Gold at 3. Rabbit naman tayo, isang simpleng message ang magpapagaang ng damdamin ngayon. White at 1. Kay Dragon naman tayo, iwasan ang lamig sa gabi. Magkumot bago matulog. Blue at 9. Kay Snake naman tayo, likas ang pagiging strategies mo. Gamitin ito sa long-term na planning. Green at 7. Ito naman, Care of the Horsey, mag-ang araw para samahan nyo. Parang balik-kilig, i-enjoy ito. Silver at 4. Kay Year of the Ship naman tayo, para tiliin ang tamang posture, lalo na kung matagal na nakaupo. Orange at 6. Kay Monkey naman tayo, may small wins sa mga finances. Huwag ipagyabang, mag-ipon. Brown at 5. Kay Rooster naman tayo, parang roller coaster ang damdamin mo, pero huwag ibuhos kay partner. Green at 9. Kay Dog naman tayo, maayos ang daloy ng pera basta't iwasan maging maluho. Gold at 2. Kay Year of the Pig naman tayo, panatiliin ang proper na sleep, pahinga, tulog na routine. Pagod ka na pero pinipilit mo pa. Red at 8. Paalala lang ha, ito po'y horoscope lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ang horoscope of the day. Dito lang po sa Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua.
Thank you, as always, Master Hans Kua. So wait, hold on. Let me just fix my posture. There you go. Kasi that's my horoscope for today. According to Master Hans, ayusin ko daw yung posture ko, lalo na kung laging nakaupo.
You know what?
So
ako naman, I did not get a chance to really listen to mine. Pero I was so jealous of yung sa Year of the Pig. Kasi tulog lang eh. Sarap magbuhay baboy, no?
Sana all, no?
Sana all.
May enough
makatulong.
sleep.
Get enough sleep.
Yeah.
It was so much work.
Oo nga, may
But
eye
that's
bags
okay.
ako today eh. Ayan na, pinupunan ni Direk yung eye bags ko today.
Wow. No, let's direct pa zoom in nga. Like, sharp zoom in on her eye bags, please.
Di bale, I'm gonna
Yan, no?
pay my doctor a visit sa Lift Clinic because they can do something about this. Doc Sai of Lift Clinic, ayan o, pinupunan
that's
nila
so
yung
good.
eye bags.
All right, again, we are still all online. If
Yes!
you want to say hello to Anne and her eye bags, we're gonna give them names, right? We're gonna have to give them names eventually. Kung gusto
Bag
mo-
1 and bag 2.
Hindi, Louis at si Vuitton, diba?
Bagman.
Mga ganon. Pwede naman Hermes, right? But then something like that.
Bagmen. But Chiquito, as always, is counting the days till Christmas.
Yes, sir.
Later, Chiquito will do that officially, our official Christmas countdown. But thank you for always sending us messages and your opinion on our news items as well.
Yeah.
Our chat groups or chat sections on Facebook and on YouTube are still open. You can throw questions for our next guest. We're
Yes,
excited.
I am excited for our next guest simply because what he does I've only done like twice in my life, right?
Really?
Like I've only done like twice in my life and I enjoyed it thoroughly, but he does this in a different level because, ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is a beast on the water. We'll be joined by Anton Ignacio, 4-time Jetski World Champ and soon to be repping the Philippines in the 2025 Southeast Asian Games. Don't go away. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Beautiful Day. Now, nothing beats a jet ski holiday. Much so that this 4-time jet ski world champion, Anton Ignacio, celebrating his recent win at the IJSBA World Finals, bagging not one, but 2 trophies. He tells us all about it when what he's up to next on game day. The champ is here. Beautiful day, Anton. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir Paolo. Thank you, Miss Anne.
We really appreciate you being here. How does it feel to be on dry land instead?
Feels good.
Feels
But
good.
I'd rather stay on the water, of course.
It feels like
Really?
it.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
Okay, so let's dive into it because you are 19 years young and you already have 4 championships, 2 most recently. First off, how is this possible? You're 19, all right? I mean, you started this 6 years ago and you're still 19. How does that make sense?
Well, I'd say I really climbed the ladder, and it wasn't easy to get here, but through my dedication and hard work, I feel like that's how I got here.
You know, I want to know how everything started for you, your love for jet skiing. And kasi I know that your dad is also a jet ski racing
Yes,
champ,
yes.
right? So, was that the reason why you got into jet skiing? And I did a little research on you and sabi nga sa article na nung bata ka, mas prefer mo pa mga sa swimming pool. Kasi parang mas safe and ayaw mo pa umangkas sa dad mo because
No.
you were scared.
Correct,
So
correct.
how did everything start?
Well, so you're right. When I was younger, I was just in the swimming pool, and then I was swimming with my cousins in our beach house in Calapan, Mindoro.
Okay.
And then, after a while, my dad told me to try for fun.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I tried it, and then I was still scared. And after a few days, I built the confidence to just ride for fun.
Okay.
And then, yeah, after I'd say months after, that's when they put me in my first race. And then that's where it all started.
Wow.
So after your first race, dun mo na na-feel na, you know what? I don't want to do this just for fun or for myself. I want to do this like in a competition.
Yes.
So when did it hit you though that wow, I'm good at this, that wow, I can actually be a champion like my dad, or wow, I can be better than my dad? Iba rin yun eh.
So I'd say, because the first race, I placed third.
Yeah.
And then, so I placed third, but when I crossed the finish line, I didn't know that I missed the buoy. So when I got back, I was still young, I was crying, and then everybody was like supporting me, asking me like, just do better in the next one, like you got it. And then that's what drove me to keep going, of course, and do better in the next one.
And your dad is a jet ski racing champ as well. Is that a source of inspiration or pressure?
Well, it's inspiration because, of course, that's where I got all my knowledge.
Okay, okay.
But I'd say, yeah, there's pressure, of course, because people expect me to, like, be as good as him. Or
Is he your coach right now?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So hindi naman dagdag pressure, or how is his coaching style? I know he's right here. You can tell us as if he's not here though.
Hi, Dad.
Well, he's not really the type to pressure me, but he gives me a lot of info from what he knows and what he used to do before. So,
Okay. So daddy niya is the coach, and then the mommy is the momager,
Yes,
right? The momager. But you know what? People are our viewers are wondering, what is jet ski racing all about?
Yeah.
And how is it different from just jet skiing for fun, tapos yung jet skiing na race?
So basically, we start in a way that there's a race director, and then it's like F1, like there's like a light start.
Okay.
And we all go to like the split buoy, like there's an inside course and outside. And then after the start, we all meet and meet like the divider buoy. And then that's where all the races start.
All right, so we're seeing a bit of footage of that here, right? So again, it looks terrifying
It
from
looks terrifying.
Yes.
it looks
That's-
terrifying from the view of someone who's not into it yet, or at least seeing it for the first time. If I was your mom, I would be anxious. Is that true for yours?
Yeah, they're always shouting in the side and always nervous. Yeah, for sure.
Kasi it's also a dangerous sport,
Yeah.
diba? I mean, when you look at it on the screen, it looks bouncy like that. But when you're actually riding the jet ski, parang you're describing that nga as a cement road.
Yes.
Diba? When pagpahabang pumapalo siya.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. All right. So, of course, when we look at all of this, I always say that athletes are crazy. They have to be, right? They have to be crazy. So, what is it like training for world quality in a world quality jet ski setting? Because I can only imagine just how dangerous it could be for some people. But then you have to have that courage to be able to take that on a day-to-day basis.
So I'd say it's not only physically, you also have to be like mentally ready, because like I think for the physically part, like you have to work out really. Like you just can't ride and practice.
Yeah.
You really have to work on your body. Your whole body has to be strong. And so I work out on the weekdays, and then on the weekends, that's when I practice
Okay.
in Subic Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Anne, I have a very tita question for you to ask here.
Oh, go.
Paano yung pag-aaral niya?
Oh, yun nga, I was gonna ask ka. Weekdays, you work out,
Yes.
diba? And then weekends, you go to Subic to
We're showing the
practice.
parents
But
right
you're
now.
also in school right now. So how do you balance that? Plus, syempre, you're a kid. You know, kids, lumalabas yan with
Yes.
their friends and everything.
Training lang yan. Ano ka ba?
Social life, school life, how do you balance your time?
Well, for me, I'd say it's pretty hard. Like, it's pressuring also. I feel like that's the hardest part about this. Like, doing it all at the same time. But so on the weekdays, I do school first, and then after that's when I work out, and then on the Fridays I have vacant time, so that's when I practice.
So you practice once a week? or
I practice from Friday to Sunday.
Friday to Sunday? So the
Friday
entire
to
weekend is
Sunday.
dedicated. So in
And then
other
one
words,
day back to school.
so in other words, you're basically working your entire week, right?
Yup,
So
no days off.
magkatipo kayo ni Andy to. Doesn't have any rest.
But
yeah.
where do you get your motivation? I mean, are there times na parang, you know what, this week I want to take a break?
There's times like that, but no, I really just keep pushing,
Yeah.
and because I know that
Really?
there's bigger things to conquer
Mm-hmm.
for me.
All right, so we're gonna take a look at some of your recent achievements here because again, we mentioned a while ago, 4-time world champion in the IJSBA, and some of the most recent wins were just this month. And apart from that, 2 different categories this year, if I'm not mistaken, that you got. If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, we're
the
showing that
Pro
on
Am
screen.
runabout 1,100 stock and runabout naturally aspirated. When we talk about the differences in all of this, what does that actually mean for those who are not, too familiar? And of course, does that make things a bit more difficult for you? Because normally different categories, normally different skill sets. Yan.
So for the 1100, that's the 1100 engine, and it's all stock. And for the naturally aspirated, which is being shown on the screen, that's the 1800. It's a bigger engine, of course, and then, but they're both stock categories.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it really is the size and strength of the engine,
Yes,
basically.
correct.
And again, very uneducated here, but isn't it? I mean, like when you take a look at the horsepower, the power that you have to go through, kasi minsan you can get used to one and then maninibago ka with the next one, and with a short turnaround, I was just wondering, how do you mentally check out or be able to compartmentalize what you need to do per category?
Well, during my practices, I practice the 1100, the 1800, and my other jet ski. So I train myself to like adjust every like 10 minutes, like switch jet ski. So in the race, I know what to do, and I'm
Okay.
prepared for, yeah.
Okay.
To like,
Okay.
Kanina, you mentioned that, you rarely take breaks because you keep on pushing forward because there are more goals on your list, more bigger things to achieve, right? And you will be representing the Philippines in the 2025 SEA Games. How does that responsibility feel, especially for a 19-year-old, diba? You're representing the Philippines on water globally. So how does that feel for you, and how does that kind of pressure feel for you?
well, first, it's the most pressuring thing for me, of course. But
Okay.
it's an honor really to be to have this spot and prove myself to the world, of course, and bring the country's name with me.
Is this the first time you are representing the Philippines as in part of a Philippine team? Because again, when you race normally, you have the flag beside you. You're known as a Filipino, but it's different when you're part of a national team contingent. Is this something new to you, or have you done it in the past?
I actually joined the first batch in 2023,
Yeah.
so it's my second time. Already.
It's your second time. How does that make you feel? Because I've worked with a lot of young athletes who, when they finally hear the national anthem in foreign competition, parang iba yung tama eh. How does it make you feel to be able to wear the country on your chest?
Yeah, like I said, it's a big honor, and I really want to do everything I can to make our country happy.
All right, so
Wait.
right now,
Okay.
there are so many people who are curious about how to get into this, or how or what it
Yeah.
would take to do it. What would you say are the key attributes na kailangan ng isang world champion na jet ski racer?
Well, of course, I feel like you need yung lakas ng loob and the memory, because it's not only about like the strength of your body. Like you have to have like good memorization of the course, because if you're good, like you're strong, but you don't know where to go, that's a problem also. So yeah, you need like memorization also and all of that.
But that's very parang ano na siya eh. That's an advice for kung gusto mo maging athlete. But
Yeah.
for those who just want to get into, jet skiing, what are the things that they need to do Kailangan ba marunong silang lumangoy para pag nahulog sila,
Well, I hope
hindi
so.
sila malulunod? Well, if they just want to do what you do for fun, maybe. What's your advice for the young ones who are tuned in?
Well, for recreational, you can, you have to learn how to swim because if you fall, it's kind of, and you need like a life jacket, of course, and it's better if you wear like gloves so you don't get like blisters or something.
Okay.
And what sets you apart from, other racers out there? Do you have like a particular style or a particular approach that really makes you different?
Well, I'd say it's my drive to like keep going. Let's say like there were times that I was at the back, but like my will to like catch up and go back to being first, I feel like that's what separates me the most. Because some people like when they're at the back, like that's that's how they know they're like okay, ready, or they won't like try to catch up. So I feel like me, I have like the will to like try and catch up and be first again.
I like that kasi simpleng yabang lang yan eh. I mean like yung sakto lang. Like because you need that. I don't know if you agree with me here, Anton. I'm not calling you arrogant, but you need that arrogance. You need that self-belief to be able to say that, hey, no matter where I start from, I can still finish up front.
Correct.
When you talk about yung mentality na yun, saan yan nanggagaling? Kay mamba o kay dad?
From the coach or the
The
momager?
coach or the momager? Saan yan nanggagaling?
I'd say my mom has that fighting spirit more for sure. Yeah. So I got it from my mom, I guess. Yeah. Maybe.
Okay. So, we have a little surprise for you here because right now we are going to mic up your parents.
Yes, we're going to
Nice.
include your
We're going to
parents
include
in
your
the
parents.
interview. But while we're providing the lapels for your parents, you have been to many races already. What has been so far your favorite course or favorite location?
I really enjoy the one I just went to, the IJSBA World Finals in the US, because I enjoyed the preparation, like because the place is so nice, like the view is nice, like all the good riders are there, all the US riders, and I have a lot of international friends, so I enjoy like going there.
Yeah.
The most.
And of course, the second SEA Games coming up, what do you want to do differently compared to your first stint?
Well, I'd say at first, like that was like a warm up for me and to see how everything is. Now I'd say like I'm really ready and I really want to get that gold for the country.
All right, Anton, we're going to bring in your parents here at the moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have the parents here of world champion, Anton Ignacio. Can you kindly introduce yourselves just before we proceed?
Bombet and Joyce,
Yes,
correct?
I'm Joyce.
Yes,
Yes.
Bombet and Joyce
Good
Ignacio.
morning, everyone.
Good
Good morning to all the
Coach
viewers.
Bombet and Momager Joyce.
Yes.
Oh,
I want
love it.
to ask this to the mom because I'm a mom too, and when my daughter wants to try something that's for me a bit risky, a bit dangerous, parang nag-hesitate ako eh. Were you like this also from the start? Were you anxious? Did you hesitate first? Or were you all out supportive na from the beginning?
Well, at first, that time, Anton was the only child, so I was very nervous.
Okay.
In fact, I was telling them, are you sure that he should race? Because it's dangerous, it's a dangerous sport.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But eventually, he proved himself that he's a safe rider. So, he gained my trust.
Wow,
He
gained
your
your
trust.
trust. How upset are you with your husband? Because we mentioned it's a bit of a dangerous sport, and he's one of the inspirations of why he's doing this. So when you talk about that, how was the conversation initially? Like, oh, are we gonna let him go compete talaga? Kasi ibang klase.
That's true.
Yung risk and at the same time, yung drive to be able to do that and the investment as well. I'm sure as a couple, you needed to talk about that as well. All right.
Actually, he told me that he'll just take it step by step and make sure that he's guided well by, good people around and coaches, and of course him coaching also. So that made me assured that we are doing it baby steps.
Okay.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
Are you always there
Every
in
race?
every
Every time.
race?
Every time.
Perfect.
Every training and every race.
All right, Coach Bombet, I want to go to you right now because I'm so sorry I had to ask your wife that. When we talk about his preparations and of course his skill, I mean, you've seen it. You were a national champion. And what made you realize that, wow, he could make it on the world stage?
I saw his dedication talaga. Tsaka yung lakas ng loob. It's different from what we were doing back in the days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, because back then, we used to practice. I'm on the other ski and he's on the other ski. Iba na eh. Iba na yung sa kanila. So sabi ko, tsaka parang ang lalakas itong mga batang to ngayon. So, kasi the skis that we were using back in the days, the power of the skis now are parang triple or
Wow.
4 times
Wow, really?
the power of the engine.
Okay.
Some of which what he's using talagang fully set up yan. Na talagang sometimes we use jet fuel to power it.
Jet fuel?
That's some of the...
Lakas nun.
Oh, pang jet yun.
Oh my God.
Kala ko pang jet plane lang yun. Pala pang jet
Just
ski rin.
imagine how, the power on the water. That's crazy.
So they're very good. I mean, the racing lines and everything, together with his teammates, every time they practice in Subic, parang syempre, andun yung kaba mo eh. Dahil, teka muna, practice lang to, easy lang kayo, baka magkabanggaan kayo, di ba? So, but they're very good. That's where they learn the process and also
Do you get like, is there a point na parang sobrang nervyos?
I always get mad. I always get mad. Bakit? This is just a practice. There's no medal. There's no...
Hindi nervyos, galit. Oo, hindi nervyos.
Baka mabangga yung jet ski, di ba?
Pero if dad is nervous, I can just imagine yung anxiety level ng mom.
Oo.
Yes, that's true.
That's true. I actually feeling ko nagagalit si Coach Bombet kasi siya magbabayad ng jet ski.
Pag nagkaroon ng damages, Coach?
Yeah, but just a fun tidbit here because you do practice alongside each other. It's literally ski to ski.
Yes.
Who's faster?
Before it was me. No, just kidding. Ngayon siya na talaga is really fast. I couldn't catch up on it. Sabi ko nga, because when they practice, they do about 20-30 laps in one go. I can just do 3 laps now. So.
Okay. That's perfect.
But now that he is going to be representing the Philippines
Again.
in the SEA Games, how does that feel for the parents?
The first one, it was really the first SEA Games where we went in Cambodia. That was actually nerve-wracking. But now, this is in Thailand, and he has teammates with him also.
Okay.
I think they're well prepared. They're more prepared now than the last time.
Yeah.
So I think we have a good chance in getting at least a medal in
At
that
least a medal.
in,
Di ba
in
gold?
that category. We don't know. Maybe with the support of
Hoping
everyone.
for the best.
Hoping for the best.
Yes. So they are going to go on a jet ski holiday.
Yes,
For
sir.
the SEA Games.
And can I just say,
And they are a family of 4.
it was perfect. It was perfect. It was a great package. Can I just say that Cambodia SEA Games was challenging because it was hot.
Yes.
It was an oven. That was the only time na na-experience ko maging isang pandesal. Na parang nasa pugon ako, 'di ba? I mean, I can only imagine how it felt for you because if I'm not mistaken, the aquatics area was hotter than Phnom Penh by a significant margin. And how did that affect you in particular? And right now, how do you want to do better going into the next one considering that sanay ka na?
Actually, yeah, I'm used to it naman because it's hot when you don't go to the water yet. But when you're in the water, like it's not that bad anymore. So
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, they are water babies, Anne.
Yes.
All of them.
I know. And then hence the tan.
Yes, sir.
Right? And also mom and dad's tan. But before we let you go, Anton, we always ask this question, final question for our guests. Our show is called Beautiful Day. So what makes your day beautiful?
what makes my day beautiful is like I'd say it's like spending time with the people I love and doing what I love to do.
Okay, that's fantastic. Coach Bombet, Tita Joyce, what makes your day beautiful?
Waking up every day is a blessing, so that's what makes my day beautiful.
Yes, and of course, having beautiful people around you and the beautiful day that the Lord has given, that is a beautiful day.
I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ignacio family joining us here.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
time.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
really appreciate you. And good luck in the upcoming SEA Games in Thailand. It's set to be more pleasing conditions compared to what we all experienced in Cambodia. And we cannot wait for you to come back as a gold medalist. Diba?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
luck.
very much, Sir
Thank you
Paolo.
so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Anton Ignacio, 4-time IJSBA World Champion. Now, that was a lot of fun, but Anne, we are also going to ask, that's an early gift we're looking for.
Yes,
But
early Christmas present.
yes,
How many beautiful days left before
we
Christmas?
have around 64!
64! Woo!
Yung budget natin, guys. Are we ready? We need more insertions.
Budget insertions, please.
We
We
need more
need
budget
that in our
insertions.
lives. Yes.
Yes, we need that in our lives so we can afford
So we can go on a jet ski
holiday.
holiday.
Where na lang, we'll talk about that some other time. That's a wrap on our show this Wednesday, October 22. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Paolo de Rosario. Remember, keep it cool and take it easy.
And I'm Ann Asis-Carilo. Have a great day ahead. And always remember to choose joy and spread love and kindness wherever this day takes you. See you again tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
Beautiful day!
Day!